I mean, I enjoy it because I mean it's nice to have my brother stick, but basically maybe because I'm the youngest. But most families already prepare women for lesser beings. They already prepare you to be lesser in the
So
society.
like there's a socialization that has taken place before they got to that position.
So it's not a problem of when they're there. It's something that even in schools, like let me give you an example. They'll say, oh, they want to give out bursaries to students. They'll rather give men because they believe that men or boys can
to be career oriented, pursue
yes.
things.
When it even comes to inheritance, like the average Nigerian man will rather give his property to his son than to his daughter. If you compare, let's say all things being equal, the woman is probably smarter or better wherever at the business, but the man just feels like, this woman will just end up in the kitchen. This woman will just. So I feel like we need to start from the grassroots. We need to actually start educating our parents, educating people around us that the woman is not weak. I mean, she might not be able to carry everything. She might not be able to do this, do that, but the woman is not weak. I think once we can know that, we start moving forward. Then this bill you're talking about can be passed. But if we don't solve the problem from the grassroots, I think we're dreaming.
Okay, before we go on from that particular point, we'll take a very short break. When we come back, there's another BBC documentary that I would like us to look at. When we come back, we'll continue from where you start.
Thank you, Thomas.
Welcome back. This is still AM Chat, and we're talking about the Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill and why it failed. Before we went on that break, we were talking to Miss Miriam Animashao, and she talked about education from the grassroots level. So that's where I want us to start from, educating our girl children. Now, the issue is that we have socialization taking place here. So it looks as if Somebody has already told the girl from when you're a little child that you cannot do certain things. You should not do certain things. They already tell you, okay, you should not talk in a certain way. You should not do certain kind of jobs. You should not. But I mean, some parents, I don't know. But my question is, who does the socialization in this instance?
I think basically it starts from the home.
Who in the home
does
does that?
The parents. It's not about the mother or the father, the parents. When you have a situation where you have a daughter, you have a son, and maybe the mother, for example, let me give this example. The mother says to the boy, go into the kitchen or come and join me to make some food. And the father says, why should he be in the kitchen with you? He's a boy. You know, you immediately begin to tell that child, that boy child, that there is something different in my role because I'm a boy. I'm a boy. And then when who wants to mow the lawn? Okay, the boy should go and mow the lawn. This happens in all our homes. I happen to have boys, and at a point I realized that, I'm just forever standing in the kitchen, forever doing chores, and these people are growing. So I'm like, hey, move into the kitchen. But you know, you have this because already, without knowing it, I've already created that mindset that I'm a boy. I don't need to know how to do this. So I begin to try to change that mindset. And now you find that they will do those things irrespective without looking at what gender they are. When we start from the home to give those, a boy is upset and tries to cry. And they say, shh, boys don't cry. But women should cry. So what are you saying? Boys are weak. They are expected to be weak. Women are boys are expected to be strong. Women are expected to be weak. That's the subtle ways that we start this gender disparity right from birth. So the parents have a role to play, both the man and the woman.
Sorry, I like to agree with what she said. As parents, I give myself an example. I have my daughter is final year student as a lawyer, a law student. The other one, the senior one too, is a medical student. That's also a good. She's also final year. Each time I try to, because when I leave the house, I say, "Don't put on the generator." You know what I'm saying? But she said, "No, why not?" So I got used to them saying, "Look, I can do it." I got used to them saying, "Look, why should I not be able to put on the generator?" So and the mother would say, "We're fine. If they can do it, why not?" But I won't say that to the boy.
To the boy, if you were at home.
when I'm leaving or something or whatever. So I think from what you said, I think it has to do from, we have to start understanding that, look, a woman can do so many things. All right? And therefore, we shouldn't be looking at, okay, because a woman shouldn't do this. Because we will always know when they cannot do certain things. All right? But it doesn't mean that, they don't have the capacity to do those things. So let them be the one that I say, I can't do it.
Okay.
Rather than for you to decide
for them
that
they cannot
do that.
Okay.
I was reading somewhere, about, I think yesterday, and it said that families where the man and the woman, the male, the female child, work together, do house chores together, are actually happier
and healthier.
And healthier.
I came across that.
Families that it's just the woman doing everything. It's just the
woman
man
is seeker,
doing everything.
The man is unhappy. The child is unruly.
Exactly.
And they tend to have a lot of social issues in such homes. I think I actually put it down somewhere.
Let me tell you something. Like, I understand that, yes, this starts from the grassroots, but you'll be surprised that there's some women that actually don't play in this scene. I have a cousin. He's one of the best cooks I know. He can cook anything. But his sister, on the other hand, I don't think she's that good. But I feel like it's the family is brought up in a way whereby everyone understands that, okay, the woman's space is not in the kitchen.
No,
the woman's space is to actually succeed.
In my own house, I grew up in a home where, while we were in secondary school, my mother woke up one morning and my mother decided I was in SS1. My mother said every child in my house that is a teen must enter the kitchen. So she gave us 1 week each. I was closing 6 o'clock, don't mind her. School bus actually leaves for 6. So she wakes you up 5 o'clock and she tells you, cook your breakfast. You're taking your food to school. So you are cooking, every other person is washing plate for you, they are sweeping the floor. So my brother actually did that. Went through it for 1 week, and then 1 week, my grandmother was around, my paternal grandmother, and she saw my brother in the kitchen. And she called my mom and she was like, what? How can he be in the kitchen? You know, she was so upset. You know what my mom told her? Take him with you when you are going to your house. As long as he lives under my roof and is my son, he must cook, because none of his sisters will cook for him. If he cooks for them, they will cook for him next week. But he must learn how to cook. You know, funny, down the line, we began to see sense in these things. When we're fetching water from the well, water corporation suddenly goes. I grew up in Elisha, by the way, and there was no water corporation, even though it lives. Water corporation was my father's neighbor, but it wasn't working. Okay, so we would go there to fetch the well. Do you know what my dad does? My dad is in the house, is actually tied in the sitting room. My mom is the one on the well, pulling the water, and the kids are the ones carrying the water into the house. In my house till date, my father is late anyway, but till date, my mom is the one that repairs generator. So my mom comes to my house and she sees the generator bad and she's like, why are you paying a repairer? I will change the plug for you. And she picks it up and she does it.
Yes.
So, you know,
But,
all of
let
these
me
things.
say something though.